Amazing. Welcome. My name is Lauren Miners. I am the Director of Partnerships and Marketing for Reason One, and I'm thrilled to have us be hosting our information session for the Mentorship and Scholarship Program. If you are in attendance or if you're watching this after the fact, I hope that this is informative for you and want to invite you preemptively to bring us any questions that you may have, whether you're here today or watching after the fact. We're here to answer all of your questions and make sure that your application process is successful and smooth, and that you don't have any barriers to putting yourself out here for this scholarship. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce Lauren Reyes-Grange, who is she was the impetus of how this program came together. And she's going to be explaining the history of the program, why we do it every year, some facts about our mentees from the past 3 years, and going through everything that you need to know to have a successful application. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Lauren.
Thank you so much, Lauren, and hello, everyone. Welcome. All right, our agenda for today's information session. So as Lauren Miners, as she mentioned, I'm going to be walking you through the why, the what, and the who of our mentorship and scholarship program, why we offer this program, what the offer entails, and who is eligible to apply. I'm also going to provide a brief overview of our growing group of mentees. I'm going to walk you through the steps on how you can apply to the program and provide some insight and details on our application review process. And I'm also going to leave some time at the end for a Q&A. And for the folks who are watching this recording after the fact, I've included our contact information as well. So any questions that you have, please don't hesitate to reach out to us directly. So what is the Reason One Mentorship and Scholarship Program, and why did we launch this? I don't think it's shocking to anyone on this call that Black people to this day are still drastically underrepresented within our industry. Statistics, and there's been quite a few studies that have been conducted about this, but the stats show that Black tech workers in Canada make up less than 2.6% of the workforce. And the number is also troubling in the US, where that number of Black tech workers is just under 7%. There's also statistics around mentoring opportunities, and that Black employees, regardless of the industry, are less likely to receive mentoring compared to their peers. And in addition to the harmful racial bias that this creates within technology and the negative impact that it has on all communities, especially racialized communities, we at Reason One believe that this is just completely unacceptable, and we launched this program to hopefully make some positive change within our industry. So what we are offering is a mentorship and scholarship program. It's geared towards Black students who are either enrolled or recently accepted in a digital related program, who are passionate about tech, and they are either currently pursuing or have plans to pursue a career within the tech industry. What the program includes is 3 $5,000 scholarships that will be awarded to 3 students. This scholarship can be used towards your application fees, textbooks, and any other expenses that are tied to your academic career. We also offer 1 year of mentorship and professional development support from a member of our team at Reason One. So who is eligible to apply? The program is open to people who identify as Black, African American, African Canadian, or of African descent. Their ages are between 17 to 35 years old. They are a resident of Ontario, Canada, or South Carolina, USA. You must be enrolled or accepted to a full or part-time digital related program at either a university, a college, or a specialized program. So that does include boot camps. And also you have demonstrated financial need. And just a reminder, I'm going to keep mentioning this, that our applications are due on June 9th of this year. So I want to introduce you to our growing group of mentees who we have had the honor of supporting these past few years. So in our first year, 2021, we selected 6 students to be recipients of our scholarship and mentorship program. Praise, she received our scholarship of $10,000, and David Noor, Bianca, Simeon, and Kaylin all received scholarships of $1,000. All 6 of the recipients were invited and did attend our professional development day, and they were partnered with members of our staff, and they all received 1 year of mentorship. During our year 2 in 2022, we realized that our budget of the $15,000 scholarship would have more impact if each student were able to receive a $5,000 scholarship. So the number of scholarships that we gave out was to 3 recipients. So Rochelle, Tiana, and Racia. They were awarded $5,000 each in scholarships. Each of them were paired with members of our staff. They attended our professional development day. And they went on to have a year of mentoring from members of our own team. We shifted gears again last year. Instead of awarding 3 students with $5,000, just due to the record-breaking number of applications that we received, and truthfully, the quality of the applications, we decided to increase the number from 3 students to 4. And so each of the students, Catherine, Amber, Nalawi, as well as Destiny, they all received $5,000 in scholarships, and they all received mentoring and professional development support for a year from members of our team. And if you're curious about any of our mentees, there are links on each of these pages where you can read more about their bios. And spoiler alert, their bios are all pretty incredible. Okay, so how do you apply to the program? So first, you're going to visit our website. And once you have received this recording, you just click on this hyperlink on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to be brought to our ROMPS landing page, where you'll begin, once you hit that apply now, you're going to begin the application process. So just to keep in mind the things you should be gathering before you apply, we're going to want to see some background information on you. So you're going to upload your educational transcripts. That would include your high school transcripts. And if you are already enrolled in post-secondary or a specialized boot camp, you can also upload those transcripts as well. You're going to submit information around your school and community-related activities or programs that you have been involved in. Any awards or honors that you have received, and that can be community-based, education-based, work-based, you're going to want to share those details as well. And any work experience that you may have. So if you have a CV, a resume that you feel comfortable with uploading, you can do that, or you can simply just share details about your work experience. Next, you're going to share with us your story. And this really allows you the opportunity to give us some insight on the person behind the awards, behind the transcript, behind the work experience. So we recommend that you either share a 500-word essay, or if you feel more comfortable with recording a video to tell us more about you and your story, you can share a link to a 5-minute video. Or it doesn't have to be 5 minutes, but the max we recommend is 5 minutes. Your story should really provide an overview of your academic and professional background and answer questions like, what are your career goals? What are you hoping to achieve within your career? What would be your dream job? What are you really striving towards? What innovative projects have you worked on that you're really proud of? We want to hear about it. That can be projects in your community, projects at school. It can be freelance projects that you have started, that you've been working on. We want to hear about those. We also want to understand from your perspective, why would you benefit from this program? Oh boy, sorry about that. We want to hear from you why you would benefit from this program. So if mentorship is something that you're really excited about, or if you've had mentors in the past and it's been really beneficial for you, share with us why mentoring excites you, and what you're hoping to learn from your mentor. All of those details are really important for us to just to better understand you, and better understand if you're the best fit for this program, because we want to support you to the best of our ability. And then finally, we need the contacts for 2 references. So these can be either professors, teachers, educators that you've worked with, that have taught you in the past, or your teachers currently. Mentees from previous years have included, guidance counselors, principals from their high school, vice principals, people that they've worked with, or even character references, so friends, family, community members. It's a very broad scale of who can be your reference. So we just need the contact information for 2 people that we'll be reaching out to, just to get to know you that much better. And then once you have all of this information and you've uploaded it to the form, on our website, you hit submit, and you have officially submitted your application for the 2024 Reason 1 Mentorship and Scholarship Program. So what happens next? So, once you have submitted your application, there's a lot of work that's going on behind the scenes. And just to be transparent and to give you some insight into what that process looks like, we thought that we would share some of those details with you. So once all of the applications have been received, they are reviewed by our Reason 1 Mentorship and Scholarship Selection Committee. And we spend a few weeks reviewing each application, double checking that all the criteria has been included, and that the eligibility requirements have also been met. From that group, we then narrow it down to 10 applicants who make it to the next round. And that next round entails a video panel interview. The video panel interview will take place over Zoom. We will contact you, we'll find a time that works best for you, and then you're invited to attend, and 3 to 5 members of our selection committee are going to ask you some questions to better know you, and any clarifying questions that we have around your application, and just better understanding if you're the right fit for our program. We also leave time during this interview for you to ask us questions, and we highly recommend that you ask us questions as well, because that gives us another opportunity to get to know you better. Just a heads up that the video panel interview we try to make it casual, so that everyone feels comfortable, and that you can ask all the questions that you have and feel comfortable to share more insight about who you are with us. Once those video interviews have been completed, our entire selection committee gets together, we deliberate, and choose the final 3 recipients. Once those final 3 have been chosen, we then begin conducting our reference checks. So those 2 reference contacts that you submitted as part of your application, we'll be reaching out to them over email to find a time for us to jump on a call with them, to ask them a few questions about you. Once all of those reference checks have been completed, the final 3 recipients are contacted to let them know that they are going to be awarded the scholarship and the mentorship, that they're officially part of the program. And regardless if you were chosen or not, we will be contacting you to let you know the status of your application. So you can learn more about the program either by visiting our website. We have lots of content that we're sharing on social media, on Instagram and LinkedIn, where you can learn more about the program. We also encourage you, if you have any questions about the application process, about our program, you can reach out to us directly. That's our email address and our phone number as well. And that is our information session. Thank you for being here. Does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, if you've got any questions, just pop them in the Q&A panel, or in the chat if that's easier for you to find.
And if there aren't any questions now, I know some folks feel more comfortable to share questions after webinars. That's cool. You have our email address, and you'll also be receiving a recording of this session. So please reach out to us if you do have any questions at a later time.
I'm just going to pop that email address in the chat so people can copy it. There you go. All right. Thank
Thank you,
y'all so much.
Lauren.
Yeah. Thank everybody so much for attending today. Please do reach out. And we look forward to reviewing all of your applications very soon.
Thank you. Take care, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.